Look at this poppin' red boutonniere we'll be making today. For today's boutonniere, we have a red rose, some eucalyptus leaves. We'll need some pruning shears or floral scissors, floral tape, red ribbon, scissors to cut the ribbon, of course, hot glue to secure the ribbon, and some boutonniere pins for the finished product. So when you get your flowers in, make sure to go ahead and select the flowers that would be used for the boutonnieres as well as their corsages, because you want to be able to select the best flowers, since these are going to be on show on the lapel and people are going to have a close look at them. And you also want to select your leaves that will be accompanying the flowers. So I'm just going to place the flowers together with the leaves to see how I like it. And I'm thinking that I am going to use these leaves just like this. So I'll trim away the rest of these that I won't be using. And you want to also take a look at your leaves and see if there's anything that's damaged that you might want to clip off before you actually put the flower together with it. And I'm seeing that the tips here are not that great looking, so I'll go ahead and cut those. Okay, so that is pretty much how I think I'd like them. And this petal here is ripped, so I'm going to head and pull that off, as well as this one. And that's okay, because we like our boutonnieres to be a little bit smaller, so it just nice and petite. All right, and then at this point, I'm going ahead and decide how long I want this stem to be. And I typically go for about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Now it's time for the floral tape. I start the floral tape at the top of the boutonniere. And this floral tape has adhesive in it, so if you pull on it slightly as you are wrapping the stem, it will allow that adhesive to come out. And let me snip this just so both stems are at the same length. Okay, so I have allowed the tape to go beyond the stem. See, the stem is right here. So the tape is going beyond the stem, and then I will press the tape over to cover the ends of those stems, and that will help the flowers to stay somewhat more moist throughout the day. Okay, and now that I have it flipped on over, I will wrap this back around this way and make sure that that end stays nice and folded over. Okay, and at this point, I can just rip the tape off and just make sure that everything is nice and neat. And now we're ready for the ribbon. With the ribbon, press it up against the bottom of the stem, and since the tape does have some adhesive on it, it'll help for the ribbon to stay there momentarily for the first round. And it's really important to make sure that the ribbon is lined up with the bottom of the stem so that you're not seeing it when you're looking at the front side. You're not seeing the tape when you're looking at it from the front side. Hold the ribbon with one finger as you go ahead and wrap it around the first time. And during that first round, make sure that it has a nice clean edge over here. And then you want to diagonally wrap the ribbon around the stem. And as you're doing this, try to make sure that there's an equal distance between each layer, just so it'll look nice and neat and pretty. And make sure to also pull the ribbon tight as you're doing this. And just unwind it and redo it as you're noticing any kinks or unevenness. Now it's time to secure the ribbon. So I secure the ribbon on the back side with just the teeniest bit of hot glue. And then just pull the ribbon on over and hold it with your finger just to make sure that it's having good contact with the top ribbon. And then after you're done, just go ahead and snip as close to that glue dot as possible. All right, so that is your completed boutonniere, and then all we have to do is just add a couple of boutonniere pins so that it will be ready to go. I hope you enjoyed this lesson.